Well, hello and good morning from the tiny village of Fonte da Telha, just on the outskirts of Lisbon to the south. Right on the beach, as you can see. Lovely little guest house here. Tiny room, but still plenty of space. So today's mission is to get to the other side of the Tagus River, to the north of here, into the city center of Lisbon. The Tagus River being the longest river on the Iberian Peninsula, about 1,007 kilometers long, originating from the mid-east of the Iberian Peninsula from Spain and ending up in Lisbon, where it flows into the Atlantic Ocean. Now, it sounds like a proper mission, but actually thousands of people do this on a daily basis to get to work. So we're going to do the same. We're going to drive north about half an hour and hop on a ferry, get across to the other side and explore a little bit around the center of Lisbon. Let's go. Okay, so quick detour to see the Cristo Rei statue of Jesus here above Lisbon, and it's flipping closed until 10 a.m. You can't even get close to it because look, huge gates, but there it is. So we're gonna crack on, get to the car park and get across the Tagus River. You can actually see the bridge across it just barely. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, there's a huge bridge there that goes across to the other side of Lisbon. Okay, so finally made it to the car park. You know, I've read stories online saying that traffic in Lisbon is you know, a bit hectic. Well, let me just tell you, it's worse than that. But anyway, made it to the car park, and look at this thing just in front of me. Freaking frigate. A Portuguese frigate. That is brilliant. Well, it's a museum, so I don't know if I have time or not to have a look, but it's amazing, even from the outside. I think there's a submarine over there as well. Yep, it's actually an actual flippin' submarine docked here. I wonder if it's part of the museum or still operational. I don't think it's still operational, way too clean. Anyway, let's go get tickets. So this is the Barracuda submarine, S-164, retired now. Freaking huge, look at that. So made it to the Tagus River. You can see the huge bridge going across it and the passengers getting off the ferry there, one of the ferries. And central Lisbon, across it, Old Town Lisbon with the port. And yeah, gonna have to get some tickets and go across. Okay, made it across, so mission accomplished. I've heard that there's a really nice local market around here, so I'm getting hungry, so let's get something local to eat. So it looks like it's just across from the main transportation hub where all the ferries, buses, trains, metros, everything are. And here we go, Mercado da Ribeira. So starting off with a couple of espressos and some Portuguese tarts here, custard tarts. They look amazing. So continuing on, a couple of codfish croquettes or little sandwiches and some more cod with some spices in there. So this is only a small area of the market. The traditional market is across the hall here. This is where you get all your veggies and stuff, your fruits and veggies. Oh, this is more like it. So, that was Mercado da Ribeira. Huge market, mostly caters for, you know, visitors, the tourists, but there's a traditional side as well with all your fruits, veggies, and flowers and such. Cool, let's get going. Okay, so just to make life a little bit easier in regards to transport, make sure to get one of these Navigante day tickets, which is about 6-7 euros, and you can use them on buses, trams, everywhere basically. Okay, just got off the bus here in Belém, and lovely cathedral just behind the bus there. So we're gonna go see the Belém Tower, the entry point to Lisbon. Okay, slightly better view of the cathedral, which turns out to be a monastery actually. Wow, that's very impressive. Okay, so the Belém Tower should be somewhere that way, about a mile and a half or so.
Era el tamaño de un rey que coleccionaba elefantes. Él aparece acompañado por San Jerónimo y frente a él aparece.
So I'm just across the road from the cathedral. Well, actually quite a few roads. You have to take the subway, and look at this. Huge statue here, huge sword. I'm not entirely sure what the statue is all about. Probably all the journeys the Portuguese did back in the day. Now you can see the bridge and the huge Jesus statue in the distance there that we couldn't really visit because it was too early. So Belém Tower just in front of me there in the distance, again built in the early 1500s as a fortification, and it served as a ceremonial gateway to Lisbon for all the explorers, you know, going to India and the Americas, Brazil especially. Hoping you can get on top. I've seen people on top of that building, well, the actual sculpture itself. Glorious day. So about a 15-minute walk later, finally made it to the Belém Tower. Unfortunately, it is closed. Can't get inside today, I'm not sure why, but they're not selling tickets. It's amazing how it's built right in the water there. Whole beach here, a bit of rubbish, and whole loads of people. So that was the Belém Tower. You can imagine spending freaking months out at sea. Coming into Lisbon must have been a welcoming sight. Really busy area, by the way. Look at that amphibian looking thing over there. It's like a tiny bus. It's called a hippo trip. So I think it's time to hop on the old public transport and head back to the old part of town. Okay, so made it to Arco de Roa Costa, constructed in the memory of the 1755 earthquake of Lisbon, which destroyed most of the city. And just behind me here, amazing views again towards the Tagus River. You gotta love all these tiny tuk-tuks. Like this is a Ferrari one. This is like a golf buggy one. That's like, I don't know, like everything Portuguese. Now these look more like the typical streets in Lisbon. We're heading towards the cathedral. Should be somewhere on our right. Okay, made it to the cathedral, but it's like tourist mania, man. It's really busy. Probably just gonna continue on up to the castle. It's up the street here, but I need to find some shade. It's really warm, although it's flipping November. So the sign says Alfama, which is I think that's how it's pronounced, but it's the oldest part of Lisbon. So we're entering the proper old town now. So just casually stumbled upon the ruins of an old Roman theatre. Look at that. So one thing to keep in mind when visiting Lisbon is that 50% of all roads go uphill. The other 50% of course are going downhill, and it could be quite warm even in mid-November. At least I made it to the castle walls. Okay, so made it to the castle of the São Jorge, which is another €15 for entry, but I think this view is gonna be worth it though. Just look at that, that is amazing. Now from here you can see the sheer size of this city. It's absolutely huge. Okay, can I get by? Thank you. Okay, so this is the actual proper castle here. So it looks like most of the castle is just ruins, but nevertheless it gives a great opportunity to have a look around Lisbon. This must be the old well. Okay, let's have a look on top of the ramparts here. So, back on the streets again, and there's one more thing that everybody says that you have to do in Lisbon is to ride a tram number 28. I've seen a couple going by, but they were absolutely packed, so let's do it. Let's look at the flipping queue. Give you an idea, it took about a 45-minute wait to get on this tram, but I think it's worth it. It feels like going back in time. Some major cleanup going on in Portugal. So if you want to try tram number 28, just be aware, it's super busy. Like, I mean, super busy. We waited in line for like 45 minutes at least until we got on the third one, I believe. So yeah. Okay, time to head back to the ferry port because it's getting dark and we need to get across the Tagus River again, and then still a half an hour drive back to the little beach house in oh, I forgot the village's name again. Anyway, let's go. Okie dokie, so made it across the Tagus River. You can see the other side of Lisbon behind me there. So just keep in mind that if it's about 6 o'clock that you want to come across, there are going to be a lot of people on that boat, as you've seen in the footage. I mean, hundreds. But yeah, it's been an amazing day in Lisbon, and I cannot recommend it enough. I'm super tired, so this is gonna be it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time from somewhere else. Take care. Bye.